What's up, everybody? Aaron with Why We Love Horror back for a solo review today. Today I will be covering a movie from a director who I saw I believe it was his directorial debut in A History of the Occult. It came out in 2020. Huge fan of this movie. I thought it was great. I saw it earlier this year, like very interesting, like mockumentary, black and white, artsy kind of art house horror movie. By Christian Ponce. His newest movie just came out on Screenbox. It's a Screenbox exclusive, and it came across my radar. It's called A Mother's Embrace. This is the alternate poster for it. I like this poster even more. Right off the bat, you can tell, if you're looking closely enough, there's a Lovecraft angle to this one, which I actually was somewhat aware going in, because Christian Ponce's first movie as well, History of the Occult, had a big Lovecraft angle to it as well. This guy clearly is a fan of the Lovecraftian horror, as am I. So this one, basic premise of it, takes place in 1996 during one of the biggest tropical storms ever to hit Rio de Janeiro. This is a Portuguese movie, if I didn't say that already. And Anna and her fighter team is evacuating a nursing home that's basically at risk of collapsing. But what's going on inside this home is a lot more ominous and strange than what appears at first. And this movie's only 90 minutes long, but it does take its time to get into the all hell breaks loose angle of it. The first 30 minutes or so are really just like a community fire team going into a community and being like talking with this guy who's like, nothing's more important to me than my patients here and the seniors who live here. We have to protect them. And that's kind of repeated throughout this movie, but like there's more to it. Like everybody, all of the old people in this place, like it's like they're not saying what's really going on. Anna, played by Marjorie Estiano. I've seen her in one other thing, a really great movie from last year, I'm Still Here, which I believe was nominated for Best Picture. So this woman's doing some work and she has some range. The rest of the cast I was not familiar with going into this, but one particular cast member I want to highlight is Diaz, played by Val Perea, one of the firefighters, I believe the lead firefighter, and Ulysses, played by Javier Droles, who is basically the caretaker of these old people, and then we find younger people involved. And it just turns into a descent into a Lovecraftian monster's lair, basically. And it's really kind of held back for the first 45 minutes or so. So I would say that's a slight spoiler, but I'm not really going to go into much else with this story. It has some of the better imagery I've seen with regards to childbearing that I've seen in a movie, to be honest. And that's kind of a subject that's trenched through in a lot of horror movies. So we've seen a lot of it, with plenty, Excision, many others. Like I'm not going to go through, all of the Revenge, all of the pregnancy movies. You know what they are. There's a Rosemary's Baby angle, I feel like, to this movie as well. I feel like it's a movie that way more people need to see. Screenbox in general is starting to put together some really great exclusives. And I think that, it's still kind of a more niche service, but I think it's starting to really make a name for itself with movies like this. I'd like to see this movie get a little more traction. Like at this point, it's only got 4,000 reviews on Letterboxd. None of my friends have reviewed it, and I follow plenty of horror people. So I just why I wanted to get on here and just put it on people's radar, because I don't think it's being talked about enough. So, if the initial premise sounds interesting, if you're a Lovecraft horror fan, if you are a fan of History of the Occult, this is a very different effort from that, but it's still a really high quality effort from Christian Ponce. Whatever he comes out with, I'm going to be interested in moving forward. Once it gets to the more exciting aspect, the movie just really picks up to a frenetic pace. It's amazing how much is fit into 91 minutes in this movie. And it doesn't feel like 91 minutes. It feels longer in a good way. So, check out A Mother's Embrace. Let's get over to those ratings, because I don't really want to go into much more detail with it. All right. This is a movie that pretty early on, I thought it was going to like, and turned out to be correct. It sticks the landing. Some of the imagery with a uterus in the last third of the movie is never leaving my mind. It's not super gory, but it's also still very creepy. So again, really like Christian Ponce. I'm giving this a solid 4 videotapes here. Yeah, it's a really good movie. It's going to be just outside my probably top 15 of the year, but I have about 25 horror movies that I would rewatch right now if you wanted me to. So, and this is one of them. So go check out Mother's Embrace and keep checking out the channel. We're going to keep dropping a lot of reviews coming up this week for some movies that are going under the radar as we get towards the end of the year. So thanks for the support. And here's everything coming up on our scheduled